Alright, we have finally made our booking arrangements. The elevator was out, so we just had to make it do.
Can I just say,
so
one thing about the Arkham series I love, the fucking physics on the cape.
So the cape, like, it never, like, they did a really good job of making it, like, almost never clip, and, like, because you're going to be seeing it so often looking at that.
No, like, they honestly, like, they give, it, like, the physics on the cape itself is just absolutely perfect and realistic. So, that's really great, so.
Alright. Oh, hang on, I still love this bit. Wait, oh, damn it, it was the armor guys who
Man, you ruined my big moment.
So, I think because I don't believe it was in City. Hi, would you like to explain how the shock gloves work?
Well, James brought up they're technically in City, but they're in the armored edition of the City. But basically, you see that shock gloves battery up there? It's going to keep increasing as you keep laying down the damage. Once it gets to a high enough point, you click on the sticks, and Batman will pretty much have, like, an electrical, like, oomph to his attacks. And it pretty much also makes it so that you get combos higher quicker.
Which is also, and it's also incredible against armor guys, because it eats right through their defenses.
Yeah.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the armor guys were primarily made for the shock gloves.
That actually would make sense if they were made in order to incentivize that. But honestly, yeah, like he said, there's, as you can tell from our combo up there's really no reason not to, because when you're in shock glove mode, I think it either doubles or quadruples the amount of multipliers you build up per hit.
There is a cooldown you have to wait on, but for the most part, yeah.
Oh, hang on, the TV.
Oh, it's all desynced.
Oh, the TV. Okay, for a minute I thought it was the same thing I had the other day.
Curse this hotel latency.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, hotels tend to have very shitty TV service.
Well, it's also,
especially if you're the kind that want to actually do your video game recordings off them.
Well,
because there's so many TVs
to also,
and so many networks.
To also be fair about the whole, to also be fair about this game, the whole thing with blah 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 blah. Goddamn. Okay.
I agree.
The speech impediment toxins are seeping in already.
To be fair with video games, one thing they tend to do is whenever the video screen in a game is showing something, they tend to use an MP4 file, and that tends to desync
It's supposed to pre-render. Right, because it's trying, because then it's based upon your render speed compared to the audio, and video has more data in it compared to the audio data, and
look at Batman just jittering there.
Because this is a platform. It's that darn hotel latency again. I tell you, even physics can't be held.
And already had to pay top dollar just to get 40 minutes to stay in this hotel. I'm certainly not getting my money's worth.
So that guy's potentially dead now. I got to do this. I still love that. I threw him on top of an elevator, unconscious, mind you.
As long as he's still breathing, it's fine.
Is he breathing?
I didn't. The Batman didn't.
Hold on. It's like,
gravity did.
Wait. Is he?
Can't talk.
Wait. It goes like, Batman, you nearly killed him. But is he still breathing through a tube?
It's still breathing, so it counts.
A tube of justice. No, it's a polycarbon tube.
Oh, you know what that just makes me think of?
Of discomfort.
Sorry, for some reason now I'm just thinking of, like, Batman, she's killed.
Don't hurt me. I won't. I'm here to help.
No!
I don't know why I just stared at that tube. It just...
Also, again, my favorites.
There it goes.
My favorite thing still is the... What is it? It's like... I never use a gun. Wait, what happened to the rule about no guns? This is a gun?
You dare to continue to exist?
This is not a gun. This is a tank. A tank is a big gun, Batman.
Oh.
Yes, but guns don't have wheels.
Well, I'll put my guns with rubber bullet tank missiles.
Have you ever been... Batman, have you ever played paintball before?
No, why? Like, could you kill someone with a paintball gun?
No, but you could probably puncture them if you do it incorrectly.
Then also have the right gun.
I mean, I could see. I mean, depending on where you hit them, I'm sure you could do some damage. And the hell?
Usually when you're playing paintball, you have to be padded out anyway.
But yeah,
right, to avoid welts and damage and stuff.
Also, but yeah, Logan pointed something out. Apparently, Joker's doing some renovations up there.
He built a goddamn roller coaster in the course of 2 hours. That is a miracle.
Well, to be fair, how do you know it was all 2 hours?
I like how
mean,
he saw Batman coming in the entire time, and then
Oh,
at
hang
the
on, someone.
last
Oh, hang on,
second.
about to get hit. Onto me.
Oop.
Yeah, you.
Ow. No, that was just rude.
Fine, let me disable that. There we go. Because yeah, as long as you now you can pass that down. Anyway, yeah, no, I agree with you, Matt. He's just like, what the hell was that?
Oh crap! And he doesn't even bother to like get out of the way or anything. He's just standing there.
Well, I guess this is how I go out.
Well, it was a nice run while it lasted.
Kaboom. Yeah, pretty much.
Now I get to fulfill my lifelong dream of seeing a man in a bat costume literally zipping through the city and foot me in the face.
I know it's an oddly specific. I know it's an oddly specific dream, but come on, I feel like we all have that one instance in our lives where.
I mean, honestly, is it any weirder than someone dreaming they wish they were tased?
I don't want to think about that.
I mean, Logan
Joker
brought up the
looks
story
like-
back when we did Dead Rising a long time ago.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
So it sounds like Joker has been, unfortunately, subjecting Sionis's men. I don't even know if they're the ones that were like any like I don't know if they were even disloyal or anything like that, or if they just lost the lottery. But oh damn it, Brandon Swatter here. But apparently Joker's been messing around with his own goons and setting them up in a number of little traps up ahead just to
Yeah.
well, test us. So I guess this is the point where, again, this is the first time Joker's ever met Batman. Has no idea how stubborn he's going to be, but already he is very, already he is going full out with the theatrics in this one.
Well, because one, he's the Joker, and two, they do show that he does know who Batman is, at least, because he has encountered him in the past once. We'll get to that later.
Okay, this
okay.
this is more like it's kind of like a family reunion, if you will.
Fair.
Only realizing that they were never family at all.
In fact, they're better rivals.
You're
I'm
too
sorry,
late.
I love the yell on that guy. Like he was just like, ah.
I'm sorry. It's the Spider-Man meme, but it's still stuck in my head.
I'm going to die.
You're too late, Batman. Weed has been legalized.
Oh, that's what you're
No.
thinking of. For some reason,
Just because there's that whole thing just peak.
I think another one I'm thinking of, the one that we showed recently, is the whole my spider sense tells me something's wrong here. All right, Spider-Man.
It's just
I also love.
that's what that was.
I still love my favorite version of the weed has always been legalized. Is still the one with like. Was it
Hug it out,
the-
everybody.
Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend.
He's just shouting over the music and whoa.
Oh, he has a deer head.
Yeah, and also electric fence. And here's
Hello.
Joker's big pet project.
Also, that's a very nice pet project, but would you boys mind if we took a quick pause real quick?
So sorry about that little delay. I just had to bring in a last-minute addition to our little circus. Want to say hi, little lady?
Please don't talk to me like that, Joker.
I sent that guy flying into the
Whoa,
space.
Holy shit, I saw that.
I'm sorry. I love the way you said that. I said that guy's flying into the space.
But yeah, it's
There he
just,
is.
yeah, like, not exactly the way I was expecting us to bring Celie into the Arkham games, but hi, sis, we're playing Batman.
Arkham
Hi.
Origins. I thought she's been with us for another,
Yeah,
at least
I'm-
one other Arkham game before.
Oh, sorry,
I
but
was.
okay, how about this? I didn't expect her to join us in Arkham Origins in this fashion.
I didn't expect
Oh, yeah,
to join
yeah,
you
that's
in the
fine.
middle of a recording. That's the first time we ever
It's
tried
experimental. We're living wild.
Experimental
living free.
motherfuckers.
Also,
And I mean,
Okay,
honestly,
so-
and to be fair, it's also because I would, like, if we were to have Celie on board with us, I didn't want us to wait another 30 minutes.
that is
Okay.
fair because this is a bit of a beefer, Celia, because you're joining us in a very large set piece. Like,
that. Oh God.
oh, first off, I need to save these guys in 1 minute,
1 hour.
and 25 seconds.
Okay, well,
Oh
while you do
well,
that,
we
do
got
wanna
time
go
to
ahead
save them.
That's some slow electrocution.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
while we do that, do we want to, like, take... Since this is just Batman doing Batman stuff, Do we want to take a minute to give Sealy a brief recap on what's going on as far as the plot goes?
Well, first and foremost, Batman's got to save these guys before we start smelling eggs.
Correct. First off, and second off, as far as sending that guy into the space, I still and will continue to be a freaking proponent for ragdoll physics in video games. I think they just make them more fun.
I second that.
And no, knock knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
And so what's happened here, Celia, is so I'm not sure if he appeared in the animated series Batman that you've seen, but earlier in this whole shindig, we thought that Black Mask was the one who was setting up a huge conspiracy and hiring assassins to kill Batman and try and take over Gotham, the old, the whole shebang. But it turns out that Black Mask had actually been incapacitated, and this is actually all some grand show-stopping opener of the Joker who's stepped onto the scene and wants to take over Gotham for the first time. And that's now so that's basically what we're stopping. We've tracked the Joker's plan to this hotel, and we're going to figure out what's going down.
The Joker, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, no, let's be fair.
Welcome to everybody.
Yeah, no, like,
game,
literally the second, they announced that Black Mask was going to be the villain of the game, everybody went, yeah, no, Joker's going to show up and take the spot, isn't he?
Well, I wasn't that quick to assume that,
but yeah, like, there was all that, and then, hey, guess what? WB Montreal do indeed have cold feet.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it was, like, purely Montreal's fault, or if they... I was about to say,
I'm sorry, sir.
I don't know if that's purely Montreal's fault, or if they were just, like, pigeonholed into doing it by DC.
Honestly, I feel like it was Montreal and DC that basically... It was both. They're both to blame.
1, 2.
Because everyone loves the Joker, right? I mean, granted we do. It's just that there is such a thing as overexposure.
I mean, he has I guess my whole like argument to it is, it will not. You're welcome. There's no debating that the Joker has stage presence and has
charisma,
and especially in the Arkham games anyway, as well. But I think the thing that maybe would have bothered people was, especially after he died in the last game.
Yeah.
I know this is a prequel, but especially with that all happening, I think the thing that ticked people off, or at least maybe rubbed them the wrong way, was that they were being promised almost one thing. Was the Joker in any of the advertising or marketing for this game at all?
Absolutely
he was in bits, but the whole thing about him being the main mastermind was a surprise.
So I guess that's the thing, is everyone went into this thinking one thing and thought they were going to get variety, but it turned out to be something else. But who knows? Maybe there's some big Joker fanboys who were like, oh my god, I can't believe he's actually going to be in this game too, and they were thrilled, by all means.
I mean, I'll give this game credit in that it at least has the excuse of it being a prequel, so they can't pull the whole Joker's dead thing as an excuse of not having him in here, which is more than what I can say for Knight.
Yeah, no, they kind of got away with too much in Night, I still think. But
I'm sorry, just thinking, like you mentioning, like there was a whole bunch of Joker fanboys that just applauded the whole thing, and I'm just thinking, yeah, they were probably hired by the Joker.
I mean, that would be in character. I'll say that much.
Yeah, it would.
The thing I know it's supposed to be a fantasy world, but the thing in Night just seemed really out there even for Batman. I'm just gonna say.
I'm just saying, like, instead of having it be the hallucinations to be Joker, I would have totally have been okay with them adding in Batmite instead.
Yeah.
and if not that, the whole plot point.
Oop.
Yeah. And if not that, the whole plot point. That's it. Now I'm just going in with the shot clips.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, we were actually talking about that earlier. You can get some really like fast paced.
Poot.
Is the whole plot point in Arkham Knight about how there's going to be like Joker clones. I'm now thinking of the frickin' I'm thinking of the goddamn
Batman.
No, what the hell was his name?
Well, hang on. Describe him, and maybe we can help you.
Perry the Platypus villain.
Oh, Doofenshmirtz.
I can't help you.
Doofenshmirtz.
I'm thinking of the Doofenshmirtz zombie thing.
It's such a funny
Oh, love me.
Right,
Also,
the whole I'm not the dentist and all that.
No.
But anyway,
He's saying all of me, I believe, in that scene.
regardless, it's the fact that that is literally what's happening, but with the Joker just seems a little ridiculous for me.
Oh, it
even for
is.
Batman.
It is very
Well,
ridiculous and kind of stupid, not going to lie.
To be fair, I feel like that's not exactly purely uncommon. I mean, lest we forget what he did to poor Tim Drake in the Batman Beyond series.
That's
But that was months.
Yeah, that was
upon
mental-
Months
that was
of like
mental
of like
con-
complete conditioning.
Yeah, that was mental
No, I'm not talking about
conditioning.
that. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about, like, in the proper future itself, where he had, like, the microchip on him that literally turned him
Oh
into
shit!
Joker.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Yeah.
That
Oh
was
yeah, I
also like
forgot about
That's what I
that
thought
part.
you were referring to.
that was also like microchip bullshit as well. So let's be fair.
But here in Gotham Knight, they're gonna start treating it like it's Resident Evil.
Yeah.
In any case. So back onto the time onto the time and hands and
That-
no, he suffered from a pratfall.
Oh, goody, I was in the mood for some eggs.
Eggs.
Sounds
Eggs,
eggs.
Yeah.
eggs.
Yoshi's eggs.
Dope.
Sorry you had to see that.
You know, when you stop and think about it, the color of a Ube's egg would very much fit the Joker.
They have my coworkers.
Yeah, I can see that.
Forcing them.
Don't worry. I'll get to them before I...
Aw, and just before the Gotham Orphans charity ball.
Oh
too.
god.
Damn.
Yeah, I see that on the
Why is it
board.
always,
Sad.
it always has to involve a charity organization for orphans.
Oh, I
I
was
know,
about to
that's
say.
how you make it in. That's how you make it the most sensitive. What's up?
I did want to bring it up since we did talk a little bit over it while Batman was talking. Celia, you might find it interesting that this was the first game that actually let Roger Craig Smith have a go at voicing Batman.
Sonic. And then
I mean,
the
I know
Joker
who that
was,
is.
I know, I just figured you'd find that interesting to know that this was his first time voicing Batman.
Who's Roger?
He's talking to me.
Stone with me. Then would Seeley know the Joker's voice actor from anything?
Troy Baker.
do you know-
Everybody knows who Troy Baker is.
We don't know that for certain. Seeley, do you know who Troy Baker is?
I've heard of him. I don't know too many things he's in.
You're
Straight from this side. I want to get rid of this big dude.
Oh,
Okay, he's just gonna go. I didn't even knock him out. He was
He
just
just
like,
went down like
oh,
he just went down like a fucking melted plot of
he,
Play-Doh.
did- he really did look like he was just like, eek, a mouse. It fainted.
what I love is that like you took care of the one armored mook, and then Batman's like, "Oh God, there was another one. I didn't see you there."
I knew I should have worn my bat glasses today.
His bat contacts.
Yeah, it's conbacks. No, that doesn't make sense.
I don't
Contact.
believe
on.
it.
Smack. Oh, no, you what? I don't believe this.
I mean, hey, if there was ever like an Elseworlds tale with a nearsighted Batman, that would give them the excuse to use the trademark wide eyes.
We have that. His name is
yeah.
Daredevil.
That's also true.
Yeah, I am, and I'm still hoping that. Yeah, when you go against these big guys, this is where you get the freaking combos. Boom. I am still curious
I need to hurry to...
if they are gonna successfully merge the MCU with the Daredevil.
I
I'm
know
still
that-
wondering.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I do know there's a good chance they're probably going to merge them with like the Sony stuff, considering what happens in Let There Be Carnage.
No, that's true.
And I'm not worried about spoiling it because it's probably going to be on streaming by the time this is released.
Yeah.
Months in advance. Remember, our backlog goes into February as of this recording.
Yeah.
I want to say it extends to March now.
Now that we've done all the Wario Land stuff, yeah.
Well,
Oh, you
first
bet
Mario
it,
was
baby.
anyway.
Speaking of backlogs, should I just get rid of the Majora's Mask footage I have since we're planning on doing it live?
I mean,
No, I think
Is
it's
it coming? Is it coming to the? I forget. Is it coming to the N64 online?
It will
Yes,
later.
Yes, it is.
Later
It will.
on, yes.
Then yeah, I mean, I guess I'd say hold off on it just in case, because you never know if we'll ever need it as a backup.
Yeah.
Just in case like something doesn't turn out.
It was like
because-
after I
Oh,
asked that,
boy.
it's like, maybe I might need it as a backup.
Yeah.
Like
Look at
what I
all
was probably
this.
doing in oh, he was gonna have this he was gonna have this go off on New Year's Day.
son of a bitch.
And this is easy. We're just gonna disable the bomb. Around the sun clock. Oh, Happy New Year. Hang on. There we go. There we go. All fixed.
Or
Oh.
is it?
That's not fixed.
Get out the door.
I mean, hey, look at this way. You can have Christmas fireworks instead.
I like to note that everybody
what?
in that building is probably dead now that you just saved.
You know what? I don't know if anyone's been ballsy enough to see if there's an Easter egg for waiting past the deadline, like in Arkham City.
Standing there for 7 days.
No, not that. I mean, like, as that countdown goes down, if you'll see anything after the countdown finishes, like at the beginning of Arkham City, before Joker blows up the cathedral.
Probably somebody's done it.
Right. Oh, and this is actually pretty cute, a pretty neat little idea. I'm still controlling him right now, but I'm fighting him with the news camera as my camera recorder.
Hey,
I love that.
that's
Yeah.
actually really cool. It kind of reminds.
Oh, jeez, but they're taking fire.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
It kind of reminds.
Yeah, someone was shooting at them.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it kind of reminds me of one of my, like, there's this great detail from this one game I forgot. What was it?
Battletoads?
No. Is a, what is it? Driver San Francisco. There's a level in that game, like, you're in that game, there's a, like, the main character is in a coma, which they explain these weird powers he has to body jump into other people. And so, there's this mission where you have to body jump into this person and pretend to be an assassin and all that. And the person, like, you don't know who you're assassinating, then you learn, oh, I am chasing my own car. So, they do it where the viewpoint is in first person, but you're not controlling the car. You're controlling the car in front of you.
Right, because you're trying to avoid the guy who's trying to drive. That's cool.
Yeah.
That is a neat idea. When you said Driver San Francisco, I almost thought it's one of my favorite like guilty pleasure games, and I'm bummed that they haven't really made any other games in that franchise in a long while. It was I think it's just called Stunt Driver. It's just this series. It's just this It's this game where, I mean, you're on a Hollywood set and you're just a stunt driver, and they tell you what to do, where to do it, how to pull off the
There
stunts.
was a Game Boy version of that, and I loved it.
Like, boy, jeez.
There-
Yeah,
wait, what?
I'd be surprised to see how that pulls off, but yeah,
It's a Game Boy
I played the
Advance
Xbox.
version, and it's actually pretty good.
I played the Xbox 360 version, and yeah, basically what it is yeah, they would have you do a certain, goodness me, they went through a lot of employees.
Something I want to point out, if you are able to look closely at those cards, that's actually the Joker from Arkham Asylum on those cards.
Oh yeah. I guess it's his model.
Oh god, you're right. It is a freaking old, like, jeez.
Wow, that's terrible.
Wow, I aged horribly.
Don't worry, you'll get better later. Trust me, you look a lot worse than City. Anyway, so
City at least has the excuse of him practically dying.
So here comes an issue. Brandon and their SWAT team are about to show up.
As
First,
always.
we gotta take care of these mercenaries.
These mercenaries who are they want to get they want to take oh jeez. Oh no, oh she no, I see. These aren't, I don't think these are Brandon's men, are they?
No, they're not. These are the mercenaries that they're either hired by Joker or hired by Bane, because I know Bane has his own mooks. But something I want to point out that you notice, one of them has like a bunch of mines on them. They're actually going to start planting mines that you have to avoid. But you can also use to like explode on the mooks.
Right, you can you can disable them, and they will start. And speaking of mines, this is the encounter I'm talking about, where eventually they will start planting explosives and triggering them on the gargoyles. So
Yeah,
take out as many as you can, like, before you're gonna have to not use these too often.
Yeah, that was something I absolutely fucking loved in Arkham Asylum. You lied.
Yeah,
He
what's
says
funny is that, like,
sarcastically.
I know, like, they're in here, they're in Asylum. I actually don't remember if they brought that back in City or not.
They're here, they're there, they're every fucking where.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they were part of the challenge map, but I don't recall them ever being part of the main campaign.
That's probably it.
Alright, let's go up here. And I disabled that. Now, the other thing I guess I'll say I don't like is, even though I used my jammer to disable the
woohoo?
you don't see me.
Huh.
Even though I disabled
You don't see me.
even though I disabled the radio
close.
thing, eventually Joker will get it back online and he'll start telling everybody where I'm
Or
at.
one of the mooks will repair it.
Were those waters always filled with bodies?
Yeah,
No,
they were.
it's a seasonal thing. It's a seasonal decoration.
No, they were. They were just like a bunch of... I guess Joker wanted to wash the bodies.
Can I not?
I mean, they are rather filthy.
Alright, there we go. Now Joker's back on. Yep. So in any case, what was I saying? We just mentioned. Oh yeah, no, yeah. It was Test Driver where you would do these little stunts, and then afterwards the game would then play.
now
back.
they're arming
Oh
the
boy!
door
Oh boy!
lines.
Time to jump.
Hi there.
So yeah,
that was close.
then they would play back everything you did in that racing level, Matt, with a cinematic camera. It was a
That is pretty
boy.
cool. That is pretty. Yeah.
Mulligan!
Yeah, that does sound pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Always too far
walk
away.
closer to me.
Do you want to chance it anyway? It doesn't look like there's anyone else around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
why
think it's
not?
gonna. I think it's gonna stay there until the smoke bomb dissipates.
He's like, that's pretty.
Oh boy.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I always wondered if it's possible. I always wonder if it's possible to just use your cryptograph on that scanner, like before
Oh,
taking out
there's
all
two
the
more.
enemies.
Actually, wait, there's one more.
Actually, I don't think it is. I think it stays locked until you clear the room.
Okay. Okay, let's move.
Oh,
Yee.
jeez, are they all rigged at this point?
Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
rigged at this point.
God damn it.
Come on.
I
Almost
mean,
time.
say what you want. You can't say that they're not thorough.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I jumped on him while he was on a stairwell. I don't think he's gonna be walking for a couple months after that. And
Just toss a batarang in him and end him. Or you can do that.
oh, jeez, because he's armored, it doesn't let me. That is malarkey, 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 malarkey.
Malarkey!
You know what? Why don't we ask that age-old question now? Who would win in a fist fight, Batman or Kenshiro?
Kenshiro,
Kenshiro.
unfortunately. But I would give Batman the benefit of the doubt if he would find a really good way to try and catch Kenshiro off his guard. And like Kenshiro is this kind of fighter where he's not immortal. Like it is possible. I would say it is possible to disarm Kenshiro, or like catch him unawares where
By the way,
it'd be
here's
tricky for him to
something.
get out of a lock. But
Sorry, just keep in mind, he gets in the elevator, he looks up, and he thinks he can try to be clever here.
I have a plan.
But turns out Bane's a little more clever.
Yeah, Bane's very
Ow.
because
Holy shit!
Yeah, no, just no sneakiness there. Just
well, yeah, again,
Get down.
Bane is incredibly intelligent, which is why, again, I really hate whenever anything makes him a fucking idiot.
You mean like Harley Quinn?
Yes!
Or poison.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, he's
But Bane-
funny in that show, but I hate that they go, why don't we just make Bane a dumb fuck because he's a big muscular
Not
guy,
that
right?
I mean, someone's got to be comic relief other than Joker.
Most characters in
So-
that show are comic relief.
Also, I noticed the freaking cartoons he's watching in the background.
Was that
Well-
Cat Dog?
No, it's not. It's just a generic cartoon Joker's watching as he's showing off some of his Christmas presents.
Also,
I mean,
love the
also that would be a
music.
good time to bring
This
up a Tom and Jerry
Prezi
cartoon or
does
something.
this.
What would it? Oh, that's what it did.
Also, yes, I love the Christmas music in this.
Oh yeah, this and when Joker's first introduced are like great uses of it. Ooh.
I think.
Also, yeah, no, Joker
So,
is
it was
actually
an abandoned
incredibly-
construction site.
Joker is incredibly clever as well.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's kind of the major appeal behind Joker. Like, behind all the insanity, I mean, he ain't stupid.
But
Burrito.
he's just very brutal.
Time for punchies.
No.
Punch.
How many
But
teeth am I gonna have to
Bane
knock out?
cuts
Oh,
in.
whoa, ouch.
I've long waited for this.
Now, I don't know why Bane's so upset at Batman, because have we had crossings with Bane before?
It's implied that there is a history since Batman did recognize him when they were going through like the rundown of all the assassins.
But they
Ow.
never explain it,
Ow.
so.
Okay, so Bane round one.
Oof. Have fun.
I do want to ask Celie, like aside from Harley Quinn, have you ever seen Bane in anything else?
Batman animated series.
Okay, so you have at least
How is
one.
he? How is he in the anime?
He's not an idiot, but he's not as smart as he should be.
Yeah.
I'd argue he was. I would argue they get a bit better about that in the later seasons, but yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I think this game probably is like the most accurate to how Bane is that we've gotten so far.
So I guess I
Dude,
should ask the.
We should get together
Go
and just marathon the
They're on
Batman
HBO.
animated series and
Oh, we were
Batman
talking about
Beyond.
that.
And there's
We
a
were
lot
talking
of
about that.
there
They're
are a
on
lot of episodes, but I wouldn't mind that end. Oh god, here
honestly-
we
Yeah,
go.
because we've only been fighting him in normal mode. Now he's injecting freaking venom.
Also, again, I do want to watch not only that, but I also want to watch, what else was it? Bly, can't
There.
talk.
So basically, now that his health bar is all venomized, you need to do a beatdown combo on him and disconnect that.
Alright.
And now we can start doing damage to him
Oh,
normally.
yeah, no. I really also want to watch the, what is it?
Tim Burton movies.
I mean, that'd be fun to watch with you guys, don't get me wrong. I'm thinking the episode with, what's his name? It's my favorite episode in the series. Jonah Hex. The Jonah Hex episode in Batman
Okay, round
animated
two.
was
neat.
really good.
Oof.
Oh.
Oh.
Alfred, not now. We can handle this guy. So I guess I'll ask then, Matt, then what are your thoughts on how Bane was handled in the Nolan movie? In terms of his intellect and whatnot.
I mean, he was smart in that. I do give them that, but they don't explain how he was smart. They just go, oh, he's smart. Like, in the comics, they show Bane, like, in the movie and in the comic, they show that Bane figures out who Batman is. Now, in the movie, they just go like, oh, he figured out who Batman was. How? Fuck if we know, he just did. Whereas in the show, sorry, not in the show, in the comic, you literally see him, like, investigating. You see him doing all of the stuff to check
Where'd those
who
guys come
Batman
from?
is.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't,
they
know, I don't
came.
know how he's doing this, because
Yeah,
scripted King
I was about to say, they came from the room that they just exited. Like, if you look closely, you'll see them jumping
Here's the-
off from the top of the wall there.
But here's my favorite bit about it when he's venomized. Oh, jeez.
Oh jeez.
Oh boy.
My favorite part about him being venomized is he has zero qualms about anybody in his path, so he'll knock
course.
anybody down.
But you do want to be careful, because it's not like the fight in Asylum where he just goes in a straight line. He will actually try to track you, so be sure to actually time your dodges.
Right, you need to do it like as he's approaching you. If you do it too far away, he'll just, adjust.
I mean, honestly, just imagine you were in an actual bullfight.
I mean
yeah.
that's basically what we need to do.
I mean, honestly, in many ways, this fight is a vast improvement over the fight with him in Asylum.
There we go. Just a few more good hits in. Keep that combo before we can venomize again. Freaking Joker goons.
You have the absolute worst timing, I swear.
But yeah, no, I'm no.
Well, I mean, isn't that the point? They're trying to keep you from beating him?
Does Batman gotta throw a motherfucker at another motherfucker?
Boop. Every time you gotta do this with this motherfucker. But yeah, no, seriously, about the idea of watching the Batman thing, I mean, they're all on HBO Max. I'm
I don't
positive,
have
think.
HBO Max though.
Well, we're gonna have to figure out something then.
We'll look into it. We'll look into it later because I mean, I'm honestly just waiting until the next few episodes of Jellystone go live before I do go back into it.
I
I'll
love
check
that
this out
that
now,
little
I guess.
exchange with Joker. It's like, well, it was nice knowing you. Actually, no, it wasn't.
No, I just love the fact that one Joker goon just literally got hit by a train.
By
Yeah.
essentially a train, yeah.
Okay.
Whoop.
Alright, shock gloves on. Which again, whenever you have shock gloves on, you don't have to worry about doing a knockdown, a stun move in order to, deal damage. Which is
Oh.
perfect for fighting someone like
Oh.
Bane. But as you notice there, it does consume all your battery if you use it on a particularly hefty mook. Stun him. We're close.
I mean, honestly, if these guys weren't in the way, we could just outright Kenshiro his ass.
I would love to, but I genuinely think that's the whole reason why they put them here in the first place.
Yeah,
And
because
no-
they don't want the fight to be
and-
too easy.
And no New Game Plus wouldn't affect this. Like, there's always going to be mooks anyway.
And they
Fortunately,
say,
not
and they
armor.
say using the Seeker missiles on Ravenclaw would be smart.
Yes, I beat him.
Works well enough.
Shut up.
Oh, he's doing it again.
Shut up.
It works well enough.
It works
It just
very
didn't work
well.
well for me. And it's the only reason why I think I died to him my first time. Otherwise, I would have absolutely killed him my first time. But I got cocky and tried to use the Seekers on him.
I used the Seekers and it worked, you assholes. Use it in the second and third phases.
Oh boy.
Oh, lordy.
He's gonna bring down the roof.
The whole.
Bad scripted. Yeah, it's scripted. We can't. Oh, yep. That he did. Look at there.
Alfred called the police anyway. I call this the classic Resident Evil 2.
No, Joker's not the one that's gonna pull that. I'll say that much.
Really?
Because the
You'll see.
the issue is
Oop.
oh, that hurt. That's gonna smart.
This rooftop's getting too hot.
I'm having a
But
blast
it's
on over
winter.
you. Because, yeah, the issue is that Bane also is very resourceful in this point and has his own militia still.
Yep.
Let me just... I'm sure everyone knows. I'm sure everyone knows that tracker on his beloved
also-
like Venom pack.
You were saying pulling a Resident Evil earlier, James. Look at what Bane
Oh.
does.
He pulls a nemesis.
Oh my!
And Joker's
Oh.
like, I love it where Joker's like, well, I know when I'm outclassed.
Well, I have a good run.
Hey, it's always about the thrill, not so much the victory.
And genuinely, for a moment like right here, you need to actually counter this, otherwise bad things would have happened.
Yeah.
He's just to the bitter end. But come on, hold.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Ow.
You know, could have been
Ow.
worse. Could
Ow.
have been Ra's al Ghul again.
Oh god.
Why would you do that? Newsflash, I'm the one who's trying to kill you.
Dude.
What?
Wait a minute.
Those were two very, very bad men.
You said two varies, but I only saw one in the subtitle.
Yeah.
Oh.
They deserved death. Just like
Oh.
Just so at this point, Joker is just more entertained by the fact that he doesn't want us, that we don't want him dead.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, for
and
a
that's
rat.
why like Joker, you know, gains a new lease on life.
he's talking to you.
Classic Joker. Anyway, Alfred.
One night I met Batman,
Bye-bye.
and it changed my life forever.
You think
Stay
you
tuned for that
joke,
next,
but yeah.
Stay tuned for that next part, James. And
There goes our money.
And here's the donuts.
Yeah. Well, no, there's James Gordon. What came with him was the donuts.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, I ate them all.
Who voices James in this game again?
Take him to Blackgate.
Gorin in this one is Michael Go.
Okay.
You know, Gopher.
Yeah. Then we
And
had a whole round of
and
conversation.
Nasty
Right.
Nork.
Yeah, that is Gopher.
Wow.
You know, the one that was in the book.
Hang on. There. it
There.
is.
Yeah.
That was weird. I thought it was
That
just
was
Yeah.
weird.
Who else would jump off a building to save your sorry ass? You know, officer. I was wondering the same thing myself.
And thus, we're gonna have
Do you
to
think
find
my
out just
lips
how
are a little
much-
too big?
So, stay tuned for the next part. We're gonna have to figure out just how far that actually affected him.
And thus, an awkward relationship was born. Till next time, everybody.
We're also gonna have to see how Batman and Alfred are doing after that argument they had on the rooftop as well.
Right.
It is also basically back to back. It's some of my favorite scenes in this game, and why I do think that this
See
game
you guys
deserves to
later,
have some
people. Ruh-roh.
stuff to it. Anywho, bye.
Bye.
I love soap operas.